karts are on one piece, nothing's bent, and we learned a lot. I guess that's my takeaway. We learned a lot. Good morning. Day 3 out here at Cup Karts Grand National number 6, and that means it's finals day, so we are going through the karts right now, just making sure everything's prepped, ready to go. We flipped all the tires, so now that was the inside, now nice and fresh. And doing Dad's clutch, then I'll do mine, and then I'm gonna go through and just do a check of pretty much all the nuts and bolts on the kart, make sure everything's as it should be. Oh, and thank you to the Monsons, they brought us their tire scraper, so we'll be able to scrape these tires, get them a little fresh, get just fresh rubber exposed, and basically try to do everything we can to be peak performance right out of the gate and really try to maximize our results. We are going to push very hard, so let's see how that works out for us. I want to say thank you to everyone that's come up and said hi, you know, watch the vlog, or Kacy, I root for you against Ben, you know, stuff like that. It means a lot. No, they don't say that, but I know what you guys, yeah, I read between the lines on it, but it means so much when you guys do that, and we love it every time, appreciate it. And if you see us, feel free to say, hey, what's up, you know, stop us, ask us any questions. We're always here to give bad advice, whatever it might be. But if you see us, you want to say hi, please do. We love to meet each and every one of you guys. So I was just talking about how we're getting the karts prepped, make sure everything's in basically tip-top shape. And speaking of tip-top shape, shout out to our boys at Ghost Racing. Got us in on short notice to get some refreshes. So we've got 2 fresh engines, and just the power is on point with anyone out there. So if you need anything with the you know, your LO206, any work, or you need a new one, definitely contact those guys, and you will not regret it, because they're some of the best out there. And so engine's on point, clutch is about to be on point once I clean it, and the kart right there. I mean, the kart is just beautiful. So really what we've done now is we put it in the driver's hands, and that's always the key. And that puts, you know, takes all the excuses away, which isn't always the best thing for myself or Dad, but it really is in the driver's hands to move forward and maximize, because everything is there. Everything is just where we need it, and that makes me very happy. We are here on another fantastic morning. It's a little breezy, sun's warming things up, and we've had just great weather for this 4-day event, the CKNA Grand Nationals 6. And there's just something about a big event. You know, we love our KRAs, but when you get out and you have a big event and there's hundreds of people here competing, and you go through the ups and downs, there's just something special about it, and we've kind of felt both all weekend. So without more ado, we're at the big event of go-kart tracks, Newcastle Motorsports Park.
The morning walk with Dad.
And it's just been a tremendous weekend. A lot of fun off the track, and then very challenging on the track. To think about how important qualifying is, and how important to qualify well practice is, so you can make the fine-tuning that you need to make, and then you get in the heat races and you've got to avoid catastrophe. You've got to move forward if you want to be in position to maximize what you can do in the big race. And it's just a challenge on all levels, and we have seen people struggling all weekend. We've seen people up and down, and then there's been some that they're just good and they're at the top all the time. And you know, you just appreciate what they're doing, because when you face some of the struggles, you just know how they're making something look easy that isn't. And it's you know, as you go into this race, I know that there are those that are aggressive, those that are confident, and it's elbows out time. And that's what it's all about. That's what you want to see. That's why you are here, to race with those people and see where you stack up. And so we're ready to go. We'll see how it goes. Sitting here getting ready for the Legends Final, about 30 minutes away. Got Kacy over there. Thanks to the Monsons for giving us their tire cleaner, using the heat to give me a good start. I was just talking with somebody asking me what I hope to do, and if I had a game plan. And I think it's kind of like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the nose. And so I just you know, looking to go forward any chance we get. Got some Chargers coming behind me, you got to deal with that, and I got to find a way to get around a couple people when I can. So that's not been a strength. Starting 16th, so it's been a good weekend, and that's about my level. So I have no idea what's coming. Looking forward to it. I'm nervous, but I think that's a good thing. You got to get nervous a little bit. You need the butterflies when you're about 60 at some point. I've got the butterflies. With the temperatures today, I don't think you'll get to see this shirt, so I want to show you. For my birthday, Ben and Regan got me this shirt here.
Really just want to tap that ash though.
That's a motto of mine, a credo.
Okay, we're headed out for Dad's race. He's starting in 16. So Dad, you had 2 really great finishes yesterday, and then you were shoved off in the 3rd race, right?
Just a little racing incident, not
just a little racing stuff.
I probably could have done some things better on that, but yep, we're ready to go. 16th is, if you'd have told me 16th at the beginning of the weekend, I'd have said good.
Yep, completely agree.
Take it easy, settle in, let the race come to you. You got 16 laps, a long time. Stay clean if you can.
16 laps.
If somebody makes a move on
My
you,
gosh. How much of this stuff did Kacy get yesterday? The artsy stuff and all the like extra?
Your mom did some.
So we know how clear that'll show up.
I did a little, but...
Did you get some interviews?
Yeah.
Some like journal making?
Not at all.
No.
No, that didn't happen.
None of that. Okay, well Regan, what are your expectations for Father Stahl today?
hold on, we need to do something for Kacy. He just is coming back with it. What can we say that he needs? Neck brace.
Oh shoot, Dad forgot his neck brace.
Hey, he forgot his neck brace. Can you go back and get it?
His honey's coming to give him a little lovin'. True love, folks, it exists.
So here we are
heading towards the green flag of the CKNA Grand Nationals 6 final in the Legends class. I had a really good mindset in this race. For once, I wasn't worried about those behind me. I was looking to go forward. Clean start and a lot of moving around here, and somebody gets sideways here, and cost me a little bit of momentum, got offline and maybe caught a bumper, and was really worried maybe some people were going to be going by me here. But as we head down here to turn 5, I'm able to pull back in, and had a little bit of optimism at this point, but it was going to be short-lived. We went out with tire pressure that was pretty low, and that didn't work for the Vegas on this day, and just really caused some problems that I wasn't able to overcome. But early on, with the racing going on, I was able to hold that pace and thought about taking a look back there, but didn't. Following the 20 here, super nice guy. Seemed to be in his neighborhood for many of the races over the weekend. He just couldn't have been nicer. Following through here, just kind of biding my time, looking for opportunities. I knew things would have to go right to get a top 10, and turns out that wasn't in the cards. It ended up being a really clean race, and as I said, we missed the setup on the tires, and I think it took a kart that was ready to run and kind of held us back. It felt like the kart wanted to fold over on itself. Now, wasn't the case there. I just lost my momentum getting into a bumper there, and these guys are aggressive, and held my line here going into the green corner, and but it cost me a little momentum, and they're looking to get by me. And then, as they do, Todd Barron had a tire clipped, and so as they went low, I didn't have any room to maintain my momentum high there, which I normally would have, and I just got freight trained. I don't know, 4, maybe 5 karts got by me, and I didn't race them maybe as hard as I could have, but part of that in my mind was confidence in the kart and just feeling like I was going to be able to do some things and work my way back up. But it just wasn't meant to be. We ended up, with the kart just would grab mid-corner or just after apex, and just scrub speed. So there wasn't a whole lot. I tried about everything I could with my limited driving skills to adjust lines and get back up to that group, but it just wasn't. I ended up pretty much running this race by myself. I could see the guys behind me, and knew just by gauging at various points on the track that I was pretty much holding them at bay by the same amount of track space. So that's really all we had. So here's the final, heading toward the final few turns. There had been a little bit of a ruckus on track, and I was able to pick up a victim of that, and I think it ended up pushing me to 18th or 19th. And but really, at this point, it was just kind of discouraging. Had high hopes, and don't think I drove particularly bad. I just don't think the tires were where they needed to be for us to have anything for anybody else. So we'll take it. Great weekend. Had a great time. Good racing with those guys. They were clean, and just something we'll look forward to doing again next year.
How you feeling, Dad?
Just disappointing.
Yeah.
Kart just didn't
You're good, honey.
didn't have anything for anybody. I mean, I'm out there sucking.
At the beginning, though, do you think that happened like when you were pushed a little, or like whenever you got off?
I didn't get off. I mean, I just got freight trained there. I could have wrecked people being on the inside of the Monza, but I didn't. I mean, I had no choice. They just kept coming.
Yeah.
And Probably should have. Probably should have just kept my line and wrecked them.
Doesn't sound like you.
Well, I was pretty confident in the cart going in that, all right, I'll get them back, and the cart just wasn't good.
Well, they were just.
It's also not easy on your own.
Yeah, but even when everybody else was on their own, I wasn't gaining on people that I'd been half a second faster than this weekend. So, you know, kudos to them for tuning their cart, and we just didn't have it. I want to give my wife Sarah props. First off, she's sick. Our little guy's sick. She's at home taking that bullet while she's sick, which if you watch our Spring Nationals vlog, kind of similar. But at least this time they're not yakking. But she, my biggest supporter, and I was just kind of down on myself a little bit yesterday because I'm starting 15th in the final, but I was down on myself because I screwed up qualifying, right? Ultimately, like, I have the pace to be within the top 10, but I didn't put myself in a good position through qualifying, and I was kicking myself. And you know, she just, like I said, she's my biggest supporter. Really appreciate her words of support and encouragement, and it means a lot. And you know, regardless how this race goes, I know that's what I've got to go back home to, so it'll be a good day regardless.
I like both of the sets of wheels. I like both our sets of wheels. Walking the baby out. Bodie Stafford starting today.
He's on the track.
He is on the track.
On track in his cart.
Or as Regan calls it, his carriage.
Carriage.
Not a problem. Do we have anybody with the helmet up?
Okay, no.
You want to say hi?
No, I'm good, thank you.
At least you're honest.
I lose you guys with the helmet.
Luck, yeah. You got it.
Thank you guys for coming.
I hope that makes it, Regan. The lost look.
I lose you guys with the helmet.
Luck, yeah. You got it.
Thank you guys for coming.
I hope that makes it, Regan. The lost look.
Okay, here we are, the final, the big show. I'm starting 15th, and I'm feeling super confident based off of pre-finals. So we're going to get off to a clean start here, and I want to talk to you guys about why this race didn't go super well. It did not go super well because in our infinite wisdom, we had heard from other drivers in previous races, hey, there's a ton of grip out there, even more than before. And so us running MG tires, we're like, oh, we need to drop the pressure. Well, that put us into single digits. I ran 9 PSI in this race. And let me tell you, huge mistake. So back to the racing here. I'm on the inside here, and you're going to see right here, I got hit from behind, and then the cart back behind me that was to my outside, he took the brunt of it. I guess the guy must have gotten into him. So it threw off my momentum a little bit, but really took him out. Here, handling issues, like, I mean, I just had so much grip. I threw it off track. Mark got by me, the 6 got by me, and the 427 got by me. And you just noticed 3 carts passed me. That's going to be a theme here. So I lost 3 spots. I'm looking to make up as much ground as I can now, and I got the 427 in front of me. Cart is not handling like I want it to. It's just absolutely glued to the track, and so I'm here on the inside, but like I said, it's just glued, so it's so stuck. Like, I can't exit corners. He comes over unders me, and just I didn't leave him a ton of room, but he kind of went in early and got into those rumble strips and shot into me a little bit. But I think everyone stayed pretty well on track. So here I am coming out of the cell tower hairpin, and you could just see that counter steer there.
you just see how those karts pulling on me. Like counter steer with these tires, it's bad. It really scrubs speed. Ugh, look at all that. There we go. I've got a guy to my inside, but now I was able to maintain my lead in front of him a little bit, but I mean, it was bad. I mean, I was counter steering constantly. Catch up to these guys only because they were racing, and was able to make a quick move on 70 there. And he was riding behind me for a while. And you're going to see here my hands, like I just got to start stretching them out. Like my arms were starting to really feel it already. And it got really bad throughout the rest of the race. So 70 throws it into the inside here. Makes a good move. He had pushed me for a while, and when he went around me, like, I got it. I wasn't that fast, and so I didn't blame him for making a move on me. Here we are, stretching the arms again. There was a lot of that. Any chance I could, I just was trying to stretch. Like the forearms just got on fire. Here I am behind the 91 and closing in here on in the 1, 2, 3. And coming up into turn 4 section, and I have a little bit of a run trying to go to the inside. He squeezes down defensive, and that pretty much solidified that I was going to do everything I could to pass him. It didn't make me angry, like it doesn't make me mad, but it's annoying. Like he didn't do anything wrong, but it's annoying to me. I'm not a big fan of defensive driving in an early portion of the race when we're in the teens, you know, racing for spots in the teens, but to each their own. And so there I made another attempt. He went defensive there, and so I try to capitalize on that because normally I think I would have completed that, but I just could not exit a corner, and so he was able to stay ahead of me. Coming up here down back into turn 5, I get a little bit of a run, but just barely, not alongside enough to own the corner. Props to him, he gave me room each and every time I tried. Like he was going to give just enough room and not an inch more. And props to him. So here coming through the horseshoe, I'm going to get a good exit from a corner for once, and I'm able to then pop to his inside and make the pass. Then in front of me are 2 karts, and they're going to do a little battling here through this corner. We call it green corner, and I think I'm going to have an opportunity coming into the scoreboard hairpin here. And so I'm going to make a move a little late, but not too egregious. Unfortunately, I can't exit a corner, so he hangs on the outside, has the momentum. There's 1, there's 2, and there we go, 3. Like I said, it's going to be a trend. Unfortunately, it's not even the last one. So that's 2 times I've lost 3 spots in a short amount of time, and it's not the kind of trend you want to be setting. Here the karts are battling, and probably that's the only reason I was able to hang with them or catch back up. So right here, right all on me. Like I bumped him and got him unsettled mid-corner. Not intentional, but it doesn't matter. That was all my fault. I got 2 spots out of it, but that's not the way I like to make passes. This is the last lap, and we've started to reel in the 91 again, but I have a bad exit right here. Gives the 6 an opportunity to go to my inside, and then I actually just lost 2 spots right there, but wait for it, there's the 3rd. So there, once again, was losing 3 spots in a short amount of time. Let me talk to you guys about the kart and the tire at 9 PSI. Just word of advice, never go below 11 PSI with these tires. The tire was just folding on itself and would not allow the kart to release. So it was just very, very difficult to drive. So here, my opportunity to make up 1 spot, and nearly took a few of us out there. I misjudged my entry there, and luckily did not cause too much of a ruckus there. So I finished 17th after starting 15th. I was disappointed. It was a lot of fun racing with those guys. Like, it was a lot of fun. The whole weekend was fun. I was disappointed because I knew how good the kart was the previous day. But dropping the tire pressure by 2 psi made a huge difference. Don't do it. Stay above 11.
You fought hard. You were not going to give up anything.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, Kacy just gave a look and all I saw was Finley. It was crazy. It was that look that Finley gives you when he's like, I don't believe you.
Try this way, try that way. There's a lot of... I kept was saying it hurts.
It's just like...
Is it shaking?
Hard? That's what Amber said. She took 3.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It looks hard. Weird.
Forearms. Forearms, guys. I mean, when I came off track, they were just like rock hard. Like they just got toasted. So it was, it didn't go the way I had hoped, but that's racing. It was good, hard racing, a little bit rough. My part, certainly, you know, had my role in that. The kart was just so tight, man. It's just hard to kind of avoid that. I think everyone was kind of dealing with the same thing. It was fun racing with those guys. And with that, it is time for the sticker ceremony. Okay, all right, so just a reminder, this side is good Kacy, this side is bad Kacy stickers. And so it looks like Maddie is ready to go.
Yep. So Kacy called Sarah after his race and asked if there were any stickers wanted, and Finley wanted to give you a rocket ship, which you would probably put over the top of somebody else's sticker, but we will put it next to the cute alien right in the middle. But that is from Finley, from afar. And I'm giving you a planet because sometimes in racing things don't go the way you plan it. So
Oh wow. Just get out of here.
But you raced really hard. I will put it on the bad side because I know that you don't feel too great about your race, but it was very enjoyable to watch. And it looks very intense.
It was intense. Next. Regan, step on up.
I'll go.
At least it's just one sticker.
Mine has a metaphorical and literal meaning. I'll start with literal. When you're like doing the monkey bars and hanging your forearms get really hard because it hurts. So that was Kacy after this race. And then the metaphorical meaning, I know you don't think you did great, but you really fought out there and you hung in there.
Well, thank you, Regan.
Good side.
Kacy, I thought you fought hard. You get an octopus because with 8 tentacles, they stick to anything, and your kart stuck to the track.
Thank you.
And I'm going to default to, it looked, I hope, after spending 4 or 5 days out here, I hope you had a lot of fun. I'm going with the happy elephant because it may not have ended up like you wanted it to exactly, but hopefully you had a lot of fun doing it. It sure seemed like it.
It was a lot of fun.
There we go.
It really is a lot of fun, guys. It can be very challenging, but it is a lot of fun. And we're just waiting on Ben.
Making an audible.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do this one, but then I saw it and I was like, okay, I guess I'll do this one instead. I chose a mosquito because they're really annoying, and I can tell there was a lot of annoyances just over the course of these few days dealing with all sorts of handling issues. So I chose a mosquito because they're annoying, and the annoyance of always having grip that seems to come with these tires. So mosquito.
Is that good or bad?
I can't think of a good mosquito.
Goody.
I don't know if this is attributed to Kacy as much, but mosquitoes are always bad.
Tires are super grippy, guys. Like those Vega Reds are, I don't remember ever being that grippy. I mean, we had similar issues at Charlotte, I guess. I don't know if it's new this year or what, but yeah, Vega Reds were grippy. So we're getting ready to start packing up. It was a long weekend, started on Thursday, went through Sunday, and we had a lot of challenges finding the setup. I think we learned a lot just about setting up for that much grip. It may not have gone the way we wanted, but karts are on one piece, nothing's bent, and we learned a lot. I guess that's my takeaway. We learned a lot. It was a lot of fun. It really was. Dad?
Good weekend.
Yep.
Had the family around, can't beat that.
That's right. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.